everybody, it's Nina, and I'm here to share a card with you featuring the Popping Over stamp set from Create a Smile. And it's one of our newer stamp sets over at Create a Smile. We released this back in July, and it has a lot of really neat, fun images that are peeking out over top of different things that you want to put it on. So I'm starting off with creating a background. This is a ink smooshed background that I'm creating here. Originally I thought I was going to have it directly on the card base itself, but then I ended up deciding to trim it out later on, and you'll see me do that. But for now I'm just making the watercolor background. I started off with some scattered straw distress ink, just tapping some on using a piece of acetate here. Just here and there randomly, it's kind of just all anywhere I feel like putting it. So now I'm taking some picked raspberry distress ink, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, smooshing it on to different portions of my background here. Just kind of randomly and wherever I feel like putting it. I love how these two colors mix together. They created a neat orange in between the mixed tones. It was beautiful. And the pink and yellow really go nice together. Moving on to the little fox that's included in this stamp set, I'm stamping it down onto some cardstock and I'm coloring it with Copic markers. I'm starting with E50 and moving on to E08 and blending that out then with YR12. And I'll just blend those together until I get them to the tone that I like. Just blending it all out until it's completely finished. Now I'm taking some E43 and I'm adding it to underneath different portions where the shadows would be, blending that back out with E50. And now I'm taking my scissors and I'm going to fussy cut this out. As you can see, I'm just kind of going around the edges, leaving a little white border around everything like it had been die cut. Now I'm taking one of the stitched speech bubbles dies from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm stamping a sentiment, which is also from the Poppin' Over stamp set from Create a Smile. I'm stamping that in some Versamark ink, and I'm going to be heat embossing that with gold embossing powder from Ranger. This is the Princess Gold embossing powder. I'm just going to sprinkle that on, and then I'll go ahead and heat set it. I also die cut 3 other speech bubbles from that Stitch Speech Bubbles die set, and I'm just gonna stack them on top of each other to create a thicker embellishment here to go in the center of my card. As you can see, I've already die cut the panel out of some stitched rectangles dies from Simon Says Stamp, and also the Spellbinder's nested circles, and that's going to be the window for my shaker card. So I've attached a piece of acetate behind the circle window here. I've also attached my little surprise speech bubble and the little fox. And I'm just kind of playing with the placement here until I get them the way I like. Now I'm working on the background, and I'm starting off with some scattered straw distress ink. Just blending that out, and I'm going to create a bit of a ombre yellow sky behind here. I ended up getting a little bit of a smudge up on the top of that panel, but as you can see, it's been covered up completely, so I won't even notice it. So now I'm going to take some Wild Honey distress ink. Going to add some darker yellow to the bottom of this panel. And then I'll go ahead and attach that on behind there. But first we gotta create our shaker. So I've cut a piece of fun foam down to be the backing for this little panel here. It'll give some nice dimension and help it stand off the card nice and flat. So just applying some tape runner to the back, and I'll line this all up. Make sure it's even. So now I'm taking some sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm placing them into the center of the panel here. I'm using some gold, some Sweetheart mix, and also some pinks and some marshmallow, just to add some nice mixture of colors to this background. And I love how they all ended up working out together. They really make a nice, beautiful background that matches the panel that I have on front. I'm taking my background, I'm attaching it to the panel here. You can see it shakes nice and easily. I'm taking my tape runner and I'm applying that over top, and then I'll go ahead and attach this to my card. Adhere that down. Make sure everything's in place. I took a circle and die cut it, and then added some scalloped edges around it. And I'm just going to make a nice little frame for my shaker area. Took my little fox off so I could attach this. I'm just applying some multi-matte medium onto this. I'm using the brush bottle because it has a nice brush end that I can go ahead and quickly apply some glue to. So I took these ribbon die cuts from Pretty Pink Posh, and I die cut them from some glitter paper, and I'm going to be attaching this to my card here. Just figuring out how I wanted to line this up, and I ended up deciding to go right with the middle. So I'm going to take that multi-matte medium once again, and I'm going to apply that over top. That way it attaches nicely. Wanted to make sure I had a nice adhered down ribbon here, so that way it didn't come off in the mail. So I'll just pull that off and lay this onto my panel. And I'll just trim off the little pieces here. So now I'm taking some glossy accents and some more marshmallow sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm attaching them to my background. I like glossy accents because they give a nice, good adhesive, and I know that they won't come off in the mail when I send this. Finally, I'm taking some Wink of Stella glitter and I'm applying it to different portions of this background and also to the little scalloped frame there. And this is going to complete my card. So as you can see, here's the shaker card all finished. I love how the colors go together. They look so beautiful. So thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to stop over at my blog where I'll have more information on this card. And you can also stop over to the Create a Smile blog as well to see this card and more pictures. And thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you again soon.